Hello, welcome to the D-Bloat Deep Dive. We are in week 3 right now, and we are going to have so much fun learning about D-Bloat Deep. We're going to have so much fun learning about D-Bloat. I'm going to teach you about the D-Bloat framework, about 7 spices and why they help you D-Bloat. I'm going to teach you about 7 foods and why they help your belly smooth out. I'm also going to teach you my favorite D-Bloat snack, okay? And we're basically going to learn so much today. So I'm super excited for you to be here. We have a ton of really, really cool stuff. So let me just get ready. I'm going to share my screen. Say hello if you're here. Let me just make sure that everything is good where I am at. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure it is, but let me just check. All right, so I'm so excited about this, that we are getting to do another live training. I'm so excited about that. So, all right, so let me see if this is where, if we are here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let me just go down. Okay, there we are. All right, perfect. Okay, hello, Kinnery. Thanks so much for saying hello. I'm so glad you're here. Awesome. So happy that you're here. Okay, let me just fix a couple things. One quick minute that I'm seeing. Just a moment. And we have a lot of stuff for you today. So just a moment. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure everything is good here. Okay, so I'm super excited because I'm really, what I'm trying to do with the trainings is I would like to just really tie everything together for you and teach you why we're eating certain foods, why we're using certain spices, why they all go together. I'm going to teach you some of the easy resources that we have available on the SYS member site that I want to make sure that you're taking advantage of, because this has really been built as a result of your questions and sisters before you asking questions. And I created a ton of resources that will make everything easier for you. So I want you to know what's available for you so that you can really take advantage of it and just make your life easier. Isn't that just so much more fun to make your life easier? You know what I mean? So, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to share my screen. All right. There we go. Okay, so let me make sure that you can see my screen. All right, and I'm just gonna take a moment, make sure that we have everything, but I'm super excited. I really want you to ask questions below in the comments if you can, so that I can, answer them either now if you're on live or later on, and I'll come back to them and answer your questions, okay? So, all right, so let's get started. I think everything is working. Make sure you say hello if you're on, okay? Say hello, let me know that you're here. Let me know that you've watched this or that you're watching it. It makes me so happy to know that, that you're watching this and taking advantage of it, because then I know what to do more of, and I can do more of these, okay? All right. Welcome to the Spice Yourself Skinny D-Bloat Deep Dive. We are going to learn a ton of information today to really let you understand how to de-bloat, how to smooth out that belly, how to just get all that water out of your body so that we are primed for fat loss just everywhere. So today I'm going to teach you 7 spices and 7 foods plus the D-Bloat framework. So these are going to show you how to pop your belly bloat and melt fat from your face and from your thighs. I mean, come on, is that what we want or what? I say yes, please. Why not just add a little spice, add the right foods, combine them in the right way so that you have the right nutrition on your plate, and literally it transforms your body and de-bloats it. Plus, I'm going to share my favorite D-Bloat snack. Okay, so you definitely want to watch this so that you can know which one out of all of the snacks are my favorite for D-Bloat. So I want to review the Spice Yourself Skinny framework. The first 2 weeks were the detox phase. Now, one of the frequent questions that I get is, if I have not yet finished the detox phase, can I start the D-Bloat phase? Okay. Or should I just skip it if I didn't get started and start right with the D-bloat phase? What I recommend is that no matter what, you just start in the beginning, even if you are behind, even if you're not going along with the timing of the program, it's okay. I recommend that you just start from the beginning and you're going to see the results. Now, if you go on vacation or you go on a break and you come back, it's really good just to pick up where you left off. Or if you want, and this actually makes it a little easier, is if you can repeat one of the weeks that you did before, because you kind of know the foods, you've already cooked it once. When you're getting back from something, it's nice to make it easy on yourself so you can repeat one of them and then keep going. So it's absolutely okay. And as you get to know these recipes, if you want to mix and match between the phases, it's absolutely perfectly fine. You're still going to lose a lot of weight. It's okay to mix and match. So it's really a very flexible framework. It's absolutely as flexible as you want to make it, and it will really work for you. Okay. Now, we are going to talk about D-bloat because that's the phase that we are in. So D-bloat is a 14-day period of time where you banish the bloat, deflate your belly, and hydrate your body. This is all aspects of de-bloating. Now, you might find that you used to feel bloated, but you thought it was normal to feel like that. Like maybe you would be sitting in the car. I know that I feel like this sometimes when I'm sitting in the car and my belly is just like, feels like it's sticking so far out and it feels so uncomfortable hanging over my pants. And I used to think that was a normal feeling. Well, that feeling is actually a bloating feeling because you are not eating the right foods. You're not hydrating your body and you're not cleaning out all the sodium that's in your body. So you have a lot more water sticking to your body and making you heavier. And a lot of times it settles in our belly. And so once you start eating the foods and the spices and combining them in the way that I talk about in the D-bloat phase, that bloating feeling is going to go away. You're going to feel so light. You're going to feel like you are able to just like flush everything out. You're going to feel more comfortable in your body. Okay. You're just going to feel so much happier in your body. Now, in the D-bloat phase, as in all phases, there is a cheat day once per week. I really advise you to take this cheat day and to plan for it, to know that you're going to have a cheat day. Usually it's on a Saturday or on a day on your weekend. And you can really eat whatever you want. And on your cheat day, I advise you to not overeat, because that's the one trick to cheat day is like you kind of have a taste for some of the things you might not have been eating during the week. So have it. But if you overeat, you're not going to feel good. Sometimes you have to actually go through a cheat day where you overeat because you feel so awful that you realize you never want to do that again to yourself. And that's okay. Sometimes we have to do that. That's okay. Just learn from it. And remember, a lot of the reason that you're feeling uncomfortable on cheat day may be because you're overeating, and we don't want to do that to ourselves, but it is important for you to get those cravings out. Now, expect to lose at least 2 to 4 pounds or 1 to 2 kilos during this 2-week phase by following the guidelines. So you really can lose quite a bit. Okay. And it's actually pretty exciting when you lose that amount. Okay. All right, just a moment. I'm just taking a look at something. Okay, so now the purpose of this phase is really to, obviously, de-bloat, okay? Now, what you want to do is it's going to banish unnecessary bloat, reduce puffiness, and decrease discomfort from gas. You're going to hydrate the body, which helps to flush out sodium that's causing the bloating. So that's one of the major reasons we bloat, is because the food that you eat has a lot of sodium in it. And unless you start, like once you start eating the foods that we talk about in SYS and that I have on all the menus, the bloating actually goes away because I don't have those kinds of foods on the menu. So you're just eating such great, healthy, amazing foods right away. Okay, but you're going to banish the bloat from your belly. It's going to come off of the puffiness from your face. Your face is going to thin out. You're going to feel more comfortable because you won't feel as gaseous. Isn't that amazing? Yes, please. No more sounds coming out after eating, because we're going to be eating really, really great foods. Okay. All right. So I want to show you a few results. This is after the D-bloat phase, or actually even after like the first week of D-bloat. So that's week 3. Deepshika says, as of today, I'm 10 pounds down. And Deepshika started with the challenge in the beginning. So she lost about 4 pounds in the challenge. And then she went on to lose 6 more pounds in the first few weeks of Spice Yourself Skinny. And I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know that it's like you want to follow the recipes, you want to follow the framework because it is helping you lose weight. So many women have lost weight following the exact plan that you have right in front of you. Okay. So I want to motivate you as we're in the program, because it's like sometimes we just need a little pick me up to say, is this worth it? Should I do it? Let me tell you, honey, it is worth it. Okay. Now, Hira says, guess who lost 5.5 pounds? This guy. She said, I know it's not really a lot for some people, but it's huge for me. I've been hanging on to the last 10 to 15 pounds for so long. So that is so great. That is just so great. And these are things that are going to be happening for you if they haven't already. I mean, I have so many people that are already telling me how much weight they've lost. Different for every person, but it can happen for you. Okay, now the D-Bloat foods and drinks are mouth-wateringly delicious. So for week 3, we have the D-Bloat smoothies, we have the salads, we have this dill and cucumber Greek yogurt snack, the Singapore sauteed chicken with lemon pepper asparagus, or you can substitute it with tofu, daikon radish. It's just so great. I mean, it's so funny what Sharfanisa says. I love you, Nagina. I love you. I love that. I just can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That made me so happy. I had to share it with you all. Made me so happy to hear that, because I just love the fact that you are all loving the food. Okay. And once you start making more and more of the recipes, I'm telling you, you're going to love it even more. Now, I want you to meet Shilpi, because I also want to continue to motivate you. Shilpi lost 29 pounds in Spice Yourself Skinny. She's a mom, wife, and has a full-time job. And she tried so many diets and so many therapies before Spice Yourself Skinny, and she couldn't lose the weight. Now, in Spice Yourself Skinny, she didn't exercise. She didn't go to the gym. There's nothing else beyond Spice Yourself Skinny that helped her lose weight. She de-bloated her belly, face, and arms. And look at her picture on the right. She looks like some glam superstar, just ready to go out to lunch or something. You know, it's like, yes, please. Can I have that? Thank you. And she never had used some of the spices to de-bloat before. And now she sprinkles some of the spices on everything from tea to coffee to salads. So a little motivation to show you that, yes, you can de-bloat your belly. You can be on the road to losing a lot of weight. Now, this is Sarah, and Sarah's Italian family is extremely food-oriented, and so is she. She has 2 kids, and after a few health complications, she put on 25 pounds. Now, Sarah is a physician, and the reason she liked Spice Yourself Skinny as she was in it was because she liked the system of lifestyle change, eating to speed metabolism, and no exercise required. Even though, of course, we all like exercise, and actually Sarah has tried to start adding some exercise in since she's lost this level of weight. We don't always have the lifestyles that allow us to have like hours in the gym. So sometimes, you know, food is 80%, and that's what you're learning in Spice Yourself Skinny. So Sarah said she had tried so many times to lose weight, but my program is one that she actually enjoyed doing. And she said, I cracked the code on losing weight. So again, I'm sharing this with you because I want to motivate you that Spice Yourself Skinny works. And week by week, if you follow it week by week, you are going to see out of this world results. Okay. So let me know if you're seeing out of this world results. Let me know just how it's changing your body, how it's changing how you feel, because it's really transformational when you follow it. Okay, so now I want to do a D-Bloat, kind of D-Bloat briefing, okay? Who's up for that? A D-Bloat briefing. So these are the D-Bloat spices, foods to eat, and foods to avoid. So So the spices are cilantro, coriander powder, ginger, dill, cardamom, lemongrass, sea salt. Those are the D-Bloat foods. I'm going to go over all this in some more detail. And then the anti-D-Bloat foods, or the things that you want to avoid, are processed foods, because those have a lot of extra sugar and sodium that cause bloating. So you definitely want to keep those out of your diet for these 2 weeks. To keep the sugar out, because that causes bloating. Dairy causes bloating, like milk, cream, and most cheeses. And then also the store-bought salad dressing. I teach you great salad dressings in Spice Yourself Skinny. And then also wine. I know we like our wine sometimes, but I really want you to have the fire tea instead of wine. And if you're going to drink, this might not be the typical advice that you hear. If you're going to drink vodka, a tequila, or a gin instead of a wine, because those do not bloat you. And have it with some club soda and a splash of juice, like a splash of pineapple juice or cranberry juice or orange juice. But try to avoid the wine, and you're going to see the difference. You're going to see how it bloats you when you have wine, even 1 glass. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the 7 D-Bloat spices. So I'm going to tell you the benefit. All of these spices are in the D-Bloat recipes, so you don't even have to worry that much about the usage, but I did want to put this on the slide because it'll make it easier for you in case you want to use the framework, which is on the recipes and resources page, which is where I share how you can combine different ingredients, which ingredients to combine, so that if you don't want to make the recipes every day, okay? So you can kind of like use this advice. So cilantro de-bloats you and refreshes your morning. This is a really great garnish. You can put it on cauliflower, on kebabs. It adds an amazing taste into smoothies, and you can also use it in guacamole. Coriander powder is key, okay? So this decreases water retention and de-bloats your tummy. It's so key. I talk about coriander so much. So this, I'm going to talk about one of the foods that you can add it on, and it's like a super de-bloating meal that is so easy. It's a side that you can have to almost anything, and I actually eat it every single day, okay? So my tummy, I try to keep it de-bloated 24/7, all right? And it feels great. So coriander powder, you can add it to vegetables. It's a tart, kind of light, fresh flavor. So you want to sprinkle it over white meat because it's not a heavy spice. So you don't want to, it's going to really brighten in terms of taste, some very fragile, kind of delicate foods. And then you can also use it in the garbanzo bean flour pancakes. And I have these recipes for garbanzo bean pancakes or chickpea flour, which is the same thing. That's in the eggless recipes book on the recipes and resources page. So please check that out for more vegan recipes. And you can see how to make chickpea flour pancakes, which are a great breakfast to have. So ginger eases your tummy and it helps you digest food easier. And ginger is something I use in the fire tea recipe, which is on your bonus recipes page in the Spice Yourself Skinny, on the Spice Yourself Skinny website. And ginger is great to use it in a tea and to have it post dinner. That's why I love the fire tea. The fire tea also has a cinnamon stick in it. So you can just use ginger. You can just have plain ginger tea, or you can have the ginger and the cinnamon stick, which is my fire tea recipe, which is incredible and very much helps you avoid the cravings of wine if you like to have wine at night. It helps you just digest your food. And then you can also add ginger to stir fries, lentils, and beans dishes. And I will be sharing more of lentils and beans dishes with you as we get to the B-tone phase. But if you're making those now, or if you want to make them as a healthy carb, which is fine as a healthy carb, it's actually amazing. Ginger is really key to cut the gassiness of lentils and beans. So you want to add it to it while it's cooking. Okay, and this is really key. All of my lentils and beans recipes will have ginger in them when you start to see them. Okay, so dill. So I have an amazing cucumber dill Greek yogurt recipe. You can actually leave out the Greek yogurt if you don't eat dairy. Dill reduces menstrual cramps, and it's a beneficial calcium source, which sometimes we look to dairy for calcium, but dill actually provides a decent amount of calcium, and so do leafy green vegetables, okay? And vegetables are one of the key things that I have in all of the SYS meals. So for dill, you want to sprinkle it on cucumber. You can use it on Greek yogurt. You can use it in guacamole also. I mean, you can put it on, like I put it on squash. I put it on vegetables. I mean, I have some amazing dill recipes. So just look at my recipes, but those are some other quick examples. Okay, so cardamom. Now, cardamom freshens your breath and it increases digestion. So it's like a natural breath freshener. Yes, please. And instead of having like gum or some candy, you can just pop a cardamom pod in your mouth and it's like you freshen your breath. It's so good. And so then you also increase digestion with cardamom. So cardamom is really great in the tea also. So cardamom tea, you can use it in a green smoothie in the morning. And you can also add the powder in chocolate lava cake, which I have in my week 1 recipes, is my chocolate lava cake. So it uses cardamom powder and that actually increases your digestion. So it's already helping you. Now, lemongrass is another spice. This alleviates abdominal pain and digestive tract spasms, and it boosts your energy. So that's really why it's de-bloating. You want to add it into a tea. You can add it as a lemon flavoring in curries. And I have some recipes with lemongrass in the D-Bloat recipes. Now, sea salt is the final D-Bloat spice. And this is kind of interesting because you think, okay, why salt when you're trying to decrease your salt and de-bloating? Well, you know what? We actually still need salt. It's because it adds flavor and it also gives you the iodine balance, and it gives you less, it causes less water retention than regular salt because it actually hydrates you. Okay. And so one of the key things is like you have to add some salt for some flavor, and also salt is good for you. You need to add your own natural salt. It's just not good when you're eating processed foods packed with sodium. And one of the sea salts that I love is just a regular sea salt, or there's a pink Himalayan sea salt, which is really amazing too. If you see that in the store and you want to pick that up. Now, sea salt is absolutely easy to use. You can use it on omelets, meat and tofu marinades, fish, rice, water, if you feel dehydrated, because it actually hydrates you. It's like, it's kind of like it's ironic that, that you would having salt to hydrate you, but it does. Now, I want to teach you a quick tip, something that I want to show you really quick, just as a resource. As we're learning about D-Bloat, this is on the recipes and resources page. I have so many amazing resources for you. So this is 7 shortcuts for faster recipe prep. So if you head over to the recipes and resources page on Spice Yourself Skinny member site, you'll see these 7 shortcuts. And these are things that make it easy for you every week to cook and prep your meals in advance. Things like chopping your garlic and ginger ahead of time and storing them in the freezer in separate plastic bags, like ginger in one, garlic in one, freezing them. And whenever you're cooking with them, just snapping off a piece. Okay, that really actually makes it so much easier. Chopping your vegetables for the week all at once and storing it in Ziploc or plastic bags, or buying pre-chopped vegetables, are going to help you in your prep. It's going to really accelerate the time that it takes for you to prep. Use a lemon or lime squeezer to like nicely squeeze lemons and limes, so it's not like soaking all over your hands, and your hands are like are feeling like all like it's like feeling all acidy, and it's just not feeling good. For smoothies, you could prepare a week's worth of smoothies ahead of time in smoothie sacks, or the night before, put all the ingredients in a blender and refrigerate. So what you do is like you make a Ziploc bag, you put everything, whether it's blueberries, spinach, all of that, you can literally put it in the freezer and then pull it out the night before, or you can keep it in the freezer and it'll just like, you can just combine it. But try to think ahead. What can you do a little bit ahead of time to make it easier for you so that you're compliant and that you follow the eating? Because once you follow the eating, your weight comes off. Use a pressure cooker to cook protein, roast vegetables versus sauteing them on the stovetop, because when you roast it, you just put it on a pan, set it at 425 degrees or 220 Celsius, roast it for 12 to 15 minutes. I just want to head over for 1 second to this page that I want to show you. Hold on, if I can actually see it. Okay, so this is the recipes and resources page here. And so what you do is you come up here, you go right there, you go to recipes and resources. Here's bonus recipes, here's bonus videos. And so This has everything, like has the eating out takeout guide. It has the weekly weight loss tracker. We have the 8 skinny eggless breakfast recipes packed with protein. Literally, you can't find this anywhere else. Nobody else puts their recipes together like I do. Packed with protein, no sugar, but flavorful. This is like what drips your weight off, okay? Shortcuts, frameworks, and tips. These are the things that I've been going over with you. So here's the 7 shortcuts for faster recipe prep. You have kitchen tools for easy cooking, a meal framework that's really, really important for you to look at, because if you're not cooking exactly to the menus, if you follow the framework, that's how you're gonna be able to follow SYS. Mid-morning snacks, some really easy, simple alternatives, so many things. I have all the recipes all on one page right here as they go, as we week by week, they get added here as well. And then I have Star Sister Spotlights. These are really only for Spice Yourself Skinny Sisters. This is insider videos about what these women did to lose a ton of weight and get as skinny as they wanted to. So I have all these resources and I want you to take advantage of them. So take a look at those, okay? All right, so now I wanna teach you about the 7 D-Bloat foods. All right, so cucumber is so amazing because you will have less water retention. So what it does, the thing about cucumbers is it's packed with water. Cucumbers have so much water in them that when you eat them, they actually hydrate your body. And as a result, they clean out the sodium and they cause less water retention. So this is really great. I have a cucumber dill recipe, or you can use it plain with sea salt. Like that's another way to have cucumber. Okay, asparagus is for decreased water retention. Literally, if you eat asparagus and like within 30 minutes, you're gonna have to go to the bathroom. That's how much it causes water retention. I have experienced this personally. And then when you add the pink sea salt, black pepper, or even any sea salt, black pepper, and coriander, which coriander also decreases water retention. If you have this combo, you are going to really, really help yourself de-bloat. This is like my queen recipe of de-bloating is asparagus with coriander. Okay, and then you roast them in the oven for at 425 or less if you want, 220 Celsius for about 15 minutes. And that's it. You don't even have to do anything. You just have to chop the ends off of the asparagus. Okra is another great de-bloating vegetable because of the high fiber that it has, and it also helps to decrease water retention. This is really a great one. You can use it with garam masala. You can also use it with like a red cayenne pepper, garam masala, a little bit of salt. Tastes amazing. You can roast it or you can saute it. Now, a fennel bulb is also another de-bloating food. And the reason that this is de-bloating is that it stimulates the secretion of digestive and gastric juices while reducing inflammation of your stomach and intestines. And it gives you relief from constipation and indigestion. So sometimes fennel, we don't know how to cook with it all the time. I teach you about that in my recipes where I use fennel. I show you a video that you can look at about how to kind of work with fennel. And fennel, like some of the spices to use it with are basil, cilantro, and cinnamon. Those flavors go really well with it. Now, artichokes are rich in fiber and folate, and anything that's rich in fiber, there's a range of fiber for de-bloating. So if you have enough fiber, it actually helps you move food through your body quicker. So you're like smoothing out your body because it's increasing your digestion. But if you have a lot of fiber, which most of us don't even have to worry about that, that's where it causes like cramps or it makes your stomach feel uncomfortable. But we don't have to worry about that. But you may read about that. And I just want to let you know that that's only if you have a lot of fiber, and it really takes a lot to get there. So I don't want you to worry about that. I actually want you to look for fiber in things. If something says it's high fiber, eat it. But really, if you're eating your vegetables that I tell you about in this program, you're going to be getting an amazing amount of fiber. And garlic and parsley is great to have with artichokes. So papaya is really great as a de-bloat food because it's a diuretic. And you may have heard about these papaya diets before where people like drink papaya smoothies and eat papayas all day and they lose weight. Well, the reason is because it's a diuretic. So I actually have some really delicious papaya smoothies. I don't advocate you eating it all day, every day, but it's like another ingredient to add into your de-bloating phase. And then you want to have that with cumin, cayenne, or nutmeg. Doesn't that sound amazing? Like, oh my God, that sounds like a perfect holiday drink, or it sounds like a great summer drink. It's either. And then finally, walnuts is the next and the final D-Bloat food I want to share with you. And this has polyunsaturated fats. It packs a lot of antioxidant compounds that helps block the metabolic processes causing inflammation. So inflammation is one of the reasons that we bloat, and we actually addressed inflammation in our detox phase. But what happens is that we want to block those metabolic processes causing inflammation, and that's what walnuts do. So walnuts are great to have with garam masala, cumin, or pink sea salt. So good. Okay. All right. So this is the week 4 menu plan. And so this is what you have to look forward to. We have some amazing spa waters, some lemon waters. We have a fennel smoked salmon breakfast. One of the favorites, hashtag SYS fave, is the PB&J smoothie. That's right there on Tuesday. You absolutely must try the PB&J smoothie. If you need a substitute for the peanut butter, take a look at the FAQs. Which you have access to. So in the FAQs, it'll tell you some other things that you could use. And also just, there's also a lot of other questions that are answered in the FAQ. So I want you to take a look at that as a resource, okay? Now we have just so many, like the cucumber mint soup is amazing. We have such a delicious lemongrass fish with spinach, the cauli chicken stir fry. All of these things are really great. And the Thai chicken and basil stir fry for Sunday night, you definitely want to try to use that, okay? And let's see, so there's some FAQs. I want you to take a look at that document if you have any questions, okay? All right, so now, this is one of my favorite snacks that I want to share with you. And this is actually from week 4, D-Bloat snacks. This is perfect for the fall time. And it's actually perfect all year round. This is my sweet and spicy roasted pumpkin seeds. So it only takes 5 minutes to prep. You put it in the oven for 45 minutes and it gives you about 6 servings. And I want you to measure how much you're eating on this and have 1 serving equal 1/4 cup, because pumpkin seeds are really great until they're not great. And what I mean by that is they have a good amount of healthy fats in them, but once you start eating too much, you end up eating a lot of calories. So that's why you want to have 1/4 cup a day. Bam, that's it. Just measure it, put it in a bag if you're going to work, or put it in a bowl if you're at home. All you do is you get raw whole pumpkin seeds, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, a pinch of salt, of course, sea salt's the best, cinnamon, red chili powder or cayenne pepper, and you preheat the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius. Toss the seeds in a bowl with all those ingredients, spread them in a single layer on a baking pan, and bake for about 45 minutes or until golden brown, okay? And if you make this, please post a picture in the SYS Sisterhood, because I want to see your sweet and spicy roasted pumpkin seeds, and let me know how you like it. Let me know how it is for you. All right, here's a couple other resources I wanted to share with you before we close up that I really want you to take advantage of. So the Spice Yourself Skinny 60-minute meal prep, that is available to you. And then you also have the Eating Out and Takeout Guide. These are all available to you. So I want you to take advantage of these. 60-minute meal prep is a video that I do that I show you all of these shortcuts that make recipe prep and really eating healthy so much easier. And then you are going to eat out. So I literally went through and gave you exact orders and exact modifications when you eat out at delicious restaurants like Mexican, Thai, Indian, Mediterranean, Chinese, Vietnamese. It's like all in there. Okay, American, and plus some fast casual restaurants. Like if you go to Panera, if you go to Chipotle, what do you order there? I tell you all of that. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for being here for the D-Bloat, for the D-Bloat deep dive. This has been so much fun, and I will see you soon. Let me just come back. Let's see. I think I can. Okay. So let me just want to say goodbye. Let me know how you liked this training. Let me know what was one thing you took away from it. What's one thing that you learned that you didn't know before that was really helpful to you? Please let me know that in the comments. It really, really helps me. And then let me know that you were here. Just comment and let me know that you were here so that I know that you're watching and I know that that I should, that this is interesting to you. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. Have a fabulous day. Bye.